Hey guys, Kyle here. I'm gonna shoot a couple of videos today, but I didn't want to do a real long, like 1 hour video or anything crazy like that. I'm going to talk today about different items and different materials you'll need for TCGPlayer and where to buy them. And I've learned how to, get the margins down as little as possible. So you want your shipping costs to be as cheap as you can. At the beginning, I was probably losing money on some orders, but I will show you what to get. So you do a lot of orders plain white envelope unless it's like more expensive. I usually do like, if it's like $38 or more, I'll do bubble. Now that's kind of a random number I chose for myself. It suggests to do it over $20, but if you have a $20 order, you get like 16 after fees. You pay $4 to ship it. You're getting $12 out of a card that you probably paid more than $12 for. It's not worth it at all. But like 38, it's kind of like where I'm at, because it's like it's a kind of pricey card. So the first thing you'll need is envelopes. Get this big box right here, the number 10 size envelopes from Sam's. Now it's just a lid, but anyway, get these. They are like $15-16 for 500. Now if you look online, you can find a 500 count box on like Uline or Staples for like 30 or 40 bucks, which is triple the price. Makes them like 9 cents an envelope. With Sam's Club, you're paying 3 cents or so an envelope. And I know we're talking pennies, but if you're selling cheaper cards, you got to talk pennies. Every penny matters. If you do 500 orders and your envelopes were, or if you do 100 orders and your envelopes were 3 cents cheaper, you save $3 at 100 orders. So 500 would be $15. So you save $15 with that box of envelopes. So that's envelopes. Now I'm gonna grab these here. So these are shipping labels that I use. Now there's ways to, get all their addresses on these labels with a regular printer. So you'll definitely need a printer. These shipping labels work good for me. Like if you go to Sam's Club, you can get a big package. I get these auto delivered on Amazon just because I go through these super quick. It's not even a penny per order is what I've mathed it out to be. So you want to get these. It's like half a cent per order. So in my opinion, you do want to save money, but half a cent will save you time of not having to write out all the labels. Now at first you could write them out. That's what we did for a while. But once we started getting like 40, 50, 60 orders, 100 orders, 150 orders, writing them all out was really pointless. Not pointless, but, well, it was pointless, but it was time consuming. I have arthritis in my hands, so it hurt too, but these were great. You can pretty much use Excel and Word to make these labels, and if you guys have questions about that, I can walk you through that at some point. But yeah, this maybe not at the beginning, but it's up to you. I would have used these from the beginning if I would have thought about it, I guess. I didn't have someone saying, hey, use these labels for your envelopes. No one told me about that. So I handwrote all my envelopes, and even if you just use that for your address, like even if you just make labels for your address, your return address, it helps. Okay, so top loaders. All right, a lot of people use top loaders. And then they tape the top. I'm not a big fan of that. I used to use top loaders, and I used to go through tons of top loaders. I found these shipping shields. TCG Bulk Kings mentioned these one time, and I was going to order them, but I dropped that one. But they were out. I was going to order shipping shields, but they were out of stock at the time, so I waited. Ended up getting them, and now I'm ordering tons of these. I've already went through 1,500 of these. I just got 1,500 more delivered, but like you can slide it right in there, close this top part, tape it shut, and it's super thin. So you can do multiple cards that way. With Pokemon, I'm pretty sure you can do like 7 or 8 cards on these. Like if you take a stack, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you put them in a sleeve here. Close it. Yeah. Still thin. Still just need one stamp. So that is my go-to. So So shipping shields, tape to close it. A lot of people use painter's tape. I just got in a case of sealable ones, so I haven't tried them yet. If I like them, I'm gonna switch them. These I buy like 1,000 or whatever at a time. Makes them like 8 or 9 cents a piece. So let's just say 9 cents. So you got 9 cents in this, 3 cents in your envelope, a penny in the penny sleeve. If that, if you buy a case, you can usually get them for like 1/8 of a penny. But so like 9 cents plus this 10 cents, envelope 3 cents. That's 13 cents and half a cent for your labels, 13.5 cents. Then you just have your stamp. I have a really good supplier for stamps. Stamps are currently $66 for a roll at the post office. Roll is 100, so that makes them 66 cents a piece. And you've already got, what did I say, 13 cents in your 13 cents in your other shipping supplies. So you're like 79 cents on your stamp and your packaging material. Now, the TCGPlayer charges 99 cents, but you lose money in fees if you do smaller orders. Like if you had a card that sold for 10 cents, your net amount would be 63 cents, and you've got 79 cents into your shipping. Let's just say 80, it's easier. So you lose 17 cents. And in a 10-cent order, you lose 17 cents. Now if you go somewhere to like 24 cents, 25 cents, it's like break even. You might lose a couple pennies. So what I do is I list a minimum price of 25 cents. Now with 25 cents minimum price, you might lose a couple pennies on that, but and just the shipping, like it's a break even. But a lot of people don't buy just one 25-cent card. I currently have 62 orders to do, and I probably do have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 orders of someone just buying a 25-cent card. Okay, I lose 28 cents on those orders. It's a cost of doing business. It sucks. I know you could set your minimum to 50 cents, and I know a lot of people do. I prefer the 25 cents because you get a lot of people that order 5, 6, 7, 8 of those 25-cent cards, or they'll buy like a $4 or $5 card from you, and they'll add that 25-cent card to the order, and it just works for you. Now, you can find your own minimum price, but 25 cents is what I like to do. It works for me. People still place orders. Now, if you buy bulk, say you gave 15, 20 bucks for 1,000 bulk, and you list them all at 25 cents, that's $250. Now, obviously, it's not going to be quite that, but let's just say on the lowest of low end, you get $100 after fees and everything. You're still profiting $80 on that 1,000 cards. It takes time to do, but it works. Now, and if you want to just be someone that opens booster boxes, right? A lot of people open booster boxes, try to pull their favorite cards. You can go and sell them to a shop or sell the rest of your stuff on Facebook or eBay or whatever. But if you wanted to just start listing your bulk on TCGPlayer, you might be surprised to find a $1 or $2 card here and there. I bought someone's Yu-Gi-Oh bulk one day, 1,000 cards. We give like $12 for 1,000 Yu-Gi-Oh bulk. Well, I found 3 copies of a card and it was $3 a piece. Okay, made $9 off those 3 cards, and I still have 997 cards. I'm gonna list it at least a quarter. So it's a win. It's a win-win on bulk. It's a slow grind. It takes time. You're sorting cards forever. Now, if you get a lot of cards from the same set, it saves you time. You can just go ahead and just sort it by alphabet. You'll be good to go. Like, there's times where I've listed 20 of each card out of a set, and it takes like a quarter or a third or an eighth of the time, honestly, of the same amount of cards that weren't from the same set. But people buy the cheaper stuff all day, every day. And the more orders you have, the easier it is to sell the expensive stuff. So if you come across a $200 card, they're a lot more likely to buy it off of you instead of someone else that has not had as many transactions. Like, we are at 14,856 transactions on TCGPlayer orders, almost 15,000. If you see my account, you might buy a $100 card off me before you buy off someone with 10 or 13 or 14 orders or completed transactions. So bulk is also a really good way of building that up, because, all right, if I buy a 25-cent card, I probably won't care if you've had a lot of history on the account. I don't have to worry about losing 25 cents. But if I need a $50 card, heck, even a $10 or $20 card, I'm going to order off the person that has had more transactions on their account. Now, everybody has their own perspective on that, but 9 times out of 10, they want the person that's had more transactions. And where I've had almost 15,000, they're going to order from me. They're going to feel comfortable with me. So yeah, list your bulk, but what you need is shipping shields, penny sleeves, envelopes, and address labels. What you don't have to have is address labels. You can write them out yourself, but I'm talking it costs half a cent an order to just peel, stick, and you don't have to worry about it. For me, if I had to write out every order, I would be busy all day. I had 155 orders Saturday, and that's tournament day. We usually get a good crowd for Yu-Gi-Oh! And we get a good crowd for Pokemon, depending on the day. But Saturday was really busy in store, and I had 155 orders complete. If I had to handwrite 155 orders, I wouldn't have finished them Saturday at all. If you ever want to open a store, I would start with TCGPlayer first and get used to it, because unless you have an insane locals community, you need to sell online. There's no way out of it. Well, anyway, if you have a store, you're going to have to sell online. People trade in stuff. So, like, you might spend, depending on how big your store is, like, you might spend $5,000-$10,000 on a product. And some of the bigger stores will spend $150,000 on a product. But let's just say you spend $5,000. Let's say you're still starting out, you spend $5,000, and everybody comes in and trades stuff in. All right. Like, they're not buying cash, they're handing you cards to trade in for those boxes, those products. Okay, yeah, now you have all this value in cards, but you can't pay your bills with cards. And you know the local people don't have the money because they just traded all those cards in for the boxes, or they don't want the cards. So you can leave some in your store, some of the more sought after ones. The rest can go online and boom, money. Like, I had a lot of trade-ins at the shop recently, and I put most of them online, and it was like I did $2,500 sales in like 3 days on TCGPlayer. That's after fees. It was like closer to 3,000 before fees. But just starting out, you definitely need your stamps, your shipping shields, your envelopes, your penny sleeves, and that's what you need to start out. You have to have a printer if you do the shipping labels, like the address labels. I keep calling them shipping, but address labels. You have to have a printer for that. Doing TCGPlayer, you need a laptop or a computer or something. You need to have space for storage. Now, if you're starting out small, you don't need as much space as I do. I have 2 big shelves for inventory, but you might just need a table just with like 1,000 cards that you're putting on there. Just, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I will help as much as I can. I'm going to hop off here, and yeah, y'all have a great day.